Hello, viewers of the spell. This is my redo of the Power Misconceptions for Asta. I just decided to just go ahead and re-record it. And then I'm just going to post it straight to the YouTube channel. Very little editing and all that. And yes, I have very messy hair. That is how it is. But yeah, the Power Misconception for Asta. So let's just go over his abilities real quick. So he has a grimoire with sword magic. That's a 5-leaf grimoire. And he has Libe, who gives him anti-magic. So, Asta's general abilities, being able to wield the swords with anti-magic. Now, some of the misconceptions. 1. Anti-magic absorbs magic. No. This is a specific one. This is one reason why I'm redoing this, because I found out I had the swords wrong. The Demon Dweller's sword is the one who has the ability to absorb magic. That's why when Julius takes a sword, and people like to cite that, like, anti-magic absorbs magic. No. When Julius is holding the swords, he's holding the Demon Dweller's sword, which its whole ability, like, we can actually see this when Lick's wielding it, is to absorb magic. It absorbs and releases magic. That's his whole thing. That's why that sword can absorb magic when someone, like, gives it to Asta. And then Asta can launch an attack. That's how he's able to launch. I want to say he's done it for mirror magic and water magic. So that's how that works. And you might... 2, I don't think anti-magic is necessarily attracted to magic. Why do I say that? Well, Libe. It's one of those things. It's hard to tell if it's like, oh, it is attracted to magic. Or if it's just a case of Libe. Like, Libe's in the grimoire, like, I can sense magic. Attack! Because that's the thing. Libe was in the grimoire. And he had control over, like, some level of influence. So, yeah, I want to say that's primarily just used for when Asta's rocketing towards a direction, and it's rocketing towards Marileona. That could just be also... So, yeah, that's the whole thing. Okay, so, second one. Asta does not have the ability to negate magic. That is, I believe...
Hello, editing the spell here. I just realized I completely forgot that the Demon Slayer swords exist. So the Demon Destroyer sword is his third sword, the one I am talking about. So let's just move on to the rest of the video. Now that's cleared up.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to put it in, like, here and have a picture of it. But, yeah, Asta's third sword has the ability to negate cause and effect, which is how he was able to undo the reincarnations, and that one basically has the ability to negate magic, or at least magical spell effects. Yeah, it more or less has the ability to negate effects, rather than magic.
Hello, Editor Spell here again. Just as a little note, I am talking about his first sword, and using it as an example of why anti-magic doesn't actually negate magic. I can't realize when editing this would be confusing if I didn't give this context.
But yeah, when Asta, because Asta actually mentions this, like when his sword, this was, I want to say, it was in his initiation fight against Magna, but Asta was gonna cut, like, one of Magna's fireballs, but then he realizes, wait, if I cut it, it's just gonna go through the blade and hit me. So that's the thing. It doesn't actually negate spells. It cuts magic. And actually, when Asta uses the flat end, it repels magic, which, yeah, it's more of a repulsive force, if I can, probably is the best way to describe it, to where when he cuts it, it repels the two apart, and typically that seems to be enough to break down, have a spell dissolve, basically, because it got cut in half. It's kind of like a ball of yarn. If you cut it in half, the ball is immediately going to split into two and no longer be able to form a ball. It'll just fall apart and probably break into a bunch of little bitty strands. That's probably the best way I can put it. So yeah, that's basically the misconception about Asta's power. He's able to cut magic by basically anti-magic repulsing magic, cutting it in two, dividing the spell, and using a flat end to repel it. So yeah, that's basically the misconception about Asta's power. I'll probably do Midoriya next time.
Editor Spell here, realizing that was probably a bad send-off. But please give me some patience in this new form of video I'm doing. It's been a while since I've done actual, live in-person videos. And I'm having to relearn some previous skill. Other than that, please like, share, and subscribe if you think you want me to talk any more about this subject. And I might even, in the future, make a YouTube channel specifically dedicated to discussion type content and just have this one be what ifs. But without further ado, this is Spellree signing off, and I hope I see you around the channel. And I also should be having a video, the next part of What If Asta Was in Fairy Tail, out this week. So look forward to that. And see ya.